also rediscovered religion.
I believe she wanted to be a Christian lady. From all that I could gather from her, that's what she was striving for. To be better, to live better, to act better, and forget all about anything in the past.
Police learned that Margie had been actively dating since her divorce. Among the men she was seeing were two Mansfield police officers, both of whom were married. One was Robert Lemon, a veteran of the force.
He indicated to us that it had ended sometime before that, probably a year and a half minimum, and that he had not had any contact with her, or even spoken to her.
The other was Lieutenant Charles Oswald. He too said his relationship with Margie was over.
Lieutenant Oswald was very much in love with his wife. Oftentimes spoke about what they did on weekends and things like that. He was a type of police officer that other police officers, I would say, would try to emulate.
Lieutenant Oswald furnished a police report indicating he had been on duty that night on a drug investigation. The trail of Margie's killer was growing cold.
We had no fingerprints, we had no weapon, we had to explore the other possibilities, and those possibilities really were going to come from her.
Margie Coffey was last seen alive at this diner, sitting in a booth with her school books open, studying for a class. Detective David Messmore interviewed the owner of the diner, who said that Lieutenant Oswald was in the diner the same time as Margie. The two weren't sitting together, but they did acknowledge one another.
It was a very distressing situation. Not only did I work with him, I knew he was a very good policeman, but I've been friends with him. And it was very upsetting to me to think that he might have been involved in a crime like that.
When confronted with this information, Lieutenant Oswald refused to comment. Margie's parents laid their daughter to rest, an excruciating task few parents are prepared for.
There was times that they would just break down and cry when they would see a picture or when Mrs. Rainey would talk to me.
Little did police realize that Margie's own son would provide a tantalizing clue, one that would lead them to the killer.
They came out of this room, the patient was dead. Doctor obsessed with death. He was just using them as a lab experiment. How did Dr. Swango become one of America's most frightening serial killers? All new episode of Very Scary People, hosted by Donnie Wahlberg, Sunday at 9 on HLN.
This summer, we've all got miles to make up. Miles to the job site, to the campsite, and anything else we set our sights on. Miles back to those who can make this summer mean more than ever. We can help you get the most out of those miles during the Ram Summer Clearance event.
Right now, get $1,250 bonus cash on the 2020 Ram 3500. Go to ram.com to shop and buy today. Domino's knows delivery, so when we asked our team members how to make carry-out more convenient, they had thoughts. That's the thought. Deliver it even better. Introducing Domino's Carside Delivery. Just pull up, check in online, and we bring your food to you. It's carry-out delivered.
Cover it up. That's what I did when I started losing my hair. Now I use Keeps, the easiest way for me to keep my hair. Keeps sends me clinically proven treatments that can stop my hair loss, which means no more covering up. Go to Keeps.com to learn more.
I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now there's Srry. Things are getting clearer. Yeah, I feel free. Spray my skin. Yeah, that's on me. Nothing in me go hand in hand. Nothing on my skin. That's my new plan. Keep your skin clearer with Srry. 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. Of those, nearly 9 out of 10 sustained it through 1 year. And Srry is 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses. Srry may increase your risk of infections and lower your ability to fight them. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, such as fever, sweat, flares, chills, muscle aches, or coughs, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine. Ask your dermatologist about Srry.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto will help people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or allospirin, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Knock, knock. Your Nutrisystem delivery is here. Get 50% off a month of meals delivered free to your door. And bonus, 50% off a month of shakes with probiotics to help support your immunity. Say hello to Nutrisystem. Our easy-to-follow program includes all your favorite foods made healthier. Act now to get your month of meals and shakes delivered free.
Go online or call 888-611-55 to save 50% on a month of food and shakes.
Never really liked food. He wouldn't eat till like 10 o'clock at night. You know, the typical giant bag, dried little balls. That kind of led me to farmer stuff. Now he knows when I open the refrigerator, it's coming. It's already portioned out. He's eating whole foods. It's amazing.
Visit betterforthem.com.
How does America make amends for slavery? Find about reparations. An all-new episode of United Shades of America with Libby Kamau Bell, Sunday at 10.
As the search for Margie Coffey's killer continued, a Mansfield police officer told homicide investigators about a suspicious incident that occurred the night Margie was killed. The officer said he saw Lieutenant Charles Oswald, who had been linked romantically to Margie, on foot, out of uniform, and behaving strangely near the police station.
And he had a leather jacket on, which would be unusual at that time of the night due to the fact that he was working.
This officer said, "What's going on? How you doing?" And he kind of ignored it. And he continued on walking into the police department through the back way.
Oswald's behavior cast doubt on his claim that he was investigating a drug operation that night.
For him to be nervous and excited in that period of time was kind of unusual. That kind of took the luster or the punch out of his alibi.
In the forensics lab, Margie Coffey's clothing would soon tell a story of its own.
You had the scarf, you had leg warmers, you had a heavy coat. Once the clothing is dry, basically two fibers, red in color. The presence of these two fibers, about a quarter of an inch in length and no more than twice the size of a human hair across, were all we had to really work.